Hello, I'm Tim Durham with Durham's Bee Farm, and down below you'll see our website. Today we're going to talk about finding the queen, requeening, and there's 2 or 3 little things you can do to help you find the queen. And this hive here, this queen's laying poorly, plus these bees are aggressive. So we're going to attempt to requeen them. Now, if you need to find the queen for whatever reason, you just want to look at her. You don't know if she's in the top box or the bottom box. You can take this top brood chamber off, slide you a queen excluder between them, and then wait 4 days. Start looking through the top brood chamber. If you see eggs up there in the top brood chamber, then you know the queen is in this top box. If you go through there and you do not see eggs, then you know she's in the bottom box. So that helps you narrow it down which box she's in. Now today, what we're going to do is I'm going to be sure these boxes are loose, and then I'm going to smoke them heavily in the entrance, real heavy. The queen is she will try to get away from the smoke faster than the worker bees will. If you smoke this entrance heavy, she will go up here into the top box, and then I'm going to slide this apparatus here between them. Basically, this is nothing but a queen excluder. It's an inner cover with queen excluder mesh in the center. And some other day we'll talk about what is the purpose of this. But I'm going to loosen these boxes up, and I'm going to smoke them heavy down here at the bottom, and give her a little bit of time to get up to the top, and then I'm going to set this top box on top of this, and then I'll set all of that back on this, and then I can go back in there whenever, this evening, tomorrow, and look for her, because I feel pretty confident that she'll be in the top box. Okay, I have already smoked them pretty heavy in the entrance. Now, when you pry these brood boxes apart, they've been together a long time, they have them glued together, propolized. And use a hive tool in each corner. If you pry up just one corner at a time, you will mash that wood, put a lot of pressure on it, and in time water will start, it will mash the wood, and water will start working its way into that wood where you've mashed it. So use 2 hive tools, one in each corner. It'll be easier on you, and it won't mash the wood near as much. Now, I've already smoked them pretty good. I'm going to give them another little puff here. I feel like the queens had time to, these bees are a little aggressive, and now you can't see this drone. This is a drone. I know you can't see it. The drone he's broader, his tail is broad, his tail has fuzz on the end of it, and the drone does not have a stinger. So, okay, I feel like she's had time to have gone into the top ooh, mama mia. Alright, a lot of bees in here. But the bees are trying to get away from the smoke, and so is the queen. Now, I've already loosened that brood chamber, so I'm gonna set it on top of this. basically I'm setting it on top of a queen excluder. Now, not only the queen, but the other bees are trying to get away from the smoke. So that's why you have a lot of bees up here in the top brood chamber now. And now I'm going to set all this back on top. And after the bees have had a chance to settle down, and a lot of them gone back down into the bottom brood chamber, then it'll make it a lot easier for me to find the queen in the top brood chamber. Much easier. And you know that there's different variations of things you can do. Now there's so many bees on top, I'm not going to put that lid down completely yet. I'm going to let it kind of sit side cattywampus, and it may be tomorrow, and we'll go back in there and find the queen. 2 days ago, you saw me smoke the bottom brood chamber heavily. Then I put a queen excluder between these two boxes, and I told you that chances are the queen, when I smoke this bottom box heavy, the queen will go up here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke this top box fairly heavy, and there's a possibility when I smoke this top box heavy and I pull this top brood chamber off quickly, that I'll find the queen on top of this queen excluder. It's a possibility. If not, then I'll start looking through these frames. So I'm going to take this inner cover off, and I look on the inner cover because there's possibilities that it doesn't happen once in a very long time, but you can find the queen anywhere. Now I'm going to smoke these pretty heavy. And I'm going to take this top box off quickly, and there's a possibility this queen is not laying good, plus her bees are aggressive. So all right. All right, here we go. Now, I'm looking for the queen down here. If I find her, I'll be lucky. And I don't see her. Do not see her. Now, I probably can't let the video run forever trying to find this queen. I think she'll be in the top brood chamber, but there's no guarantee, of course. So I'm gonna put this brood chamber back on top, and then I'm going to go frame by frame looking for her. And like I say, there's no guarantee that she's in this top brood chamber. I did find the queen. She was on the wall of that top brood chamber. She was not on a frame. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, because when I start doing it, I'm going to move right along. That was a bad queen, and if you have a bad queen and you don't recognize it, you don't check your bees and you don't recognize it, then come winter, they'll die. Next spring, you'll have a dead hive and you'll think, well, why did they die? Well, they died because they didn't have a good queen. Now, there's a queen excluder between these two brood chambers. I'm going to take this queen excluder out, then I'm going to put this brood chamber back down on top of this one. Then I'm going to put this queen excluder up here with a sheet of newspaper. This is, it's not printed, but this is newspaper paper. So I'll try to tell you as I go. Now the objective here is I am requeening this hive with a swarm. You see that box down at the very end? Okay, that's a nice swarm, and I did a video on that one. She's a pretty yellow queen and she's laying good. So I'm going to take that brood chamber and I'm going to put it on top of this one. And I'm going to use that newspaper print. So hopefully I can move right along and don't like, the video gets too long and people got grass to cut and everything else. And then I got a little something to tell you that, all right. So, all right. I'm going to all right, now, okay, I'm going to take the queen excluder off. This is an inner cover that has a queen excluder in the this is a top inner cover that has a queen excluder in the center of it. And someday I can go into detail on that, what that is. But there's a couple of, I haven't seen a whole lot of hive beetles. There were 3, but I haven't seen a whole lot. One just got me on the back of the neck. That's why I want to move along. She not only was not laying good, but her brood was not friendly. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay this newspaper print, this newspaper, on top of this brood chamber. Now there's different variations. There's different variations you can do. Okay. So I'm going to lay that newspaper print up there. Now the idea is that by the time they eat through that newspaper print, that both colonies will acquire each other's odor. I feel one crawling up my britches. All right, now there's that. Now I'm gonna go down there and get that brood chamber and put it on top of there's another hive beetle. I should have shaken. I'm gonna shake him, knock these bees off. Mud got me on the arm. Look, they're getting aggravated. All right, there we go. Boy, when they get you on the nose, that don't feel good. All right, now I'm setting this hive on top of that newspaper print in the queen excluder. You do not have to use that queen excluder. I need to get out of Dodge. All right, that's good enough. All right. Now, he got me pretty good. Now, that down there at the end where I took that brood chamber off, you say, well, where will those bees go? They will go in that nook box right next to it, no problem. So, I'm done here for today. I'll come back in here several days later and confirm that they accepted that queen, which I believe they will. All right, I had to leave there. One of them done chased me. But when they get you on the lip right there, that's the nose, that's smarts there. Or under here where the sun doesn't shine, it really smarts. Hey, I was going to tell you about a friend of mine, a good feller, and anyway, he's a fisherman, and he told me the other day, he said, you know, he doesn't really have a fishing buddy per se to go with him all the time, and he said when he asks somebody to go fishing, he has to find out if they're a Baptist or not. My goodness, that one's staying after me. And he said, you know, he has to kind of work it in the conversation, you know. And that was going to get me sure enough. And so he said if they're Baptist, he can only take 2 Baptists at a time. If he takes only 1 Baptist, he'll drink all his beer up. Oh, you gotta love it. All right, y'all have a good day.